Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing absolutely amazing today. My name is Naakie, and if you are new to my channel, welcome. I make videos about lifestyle, beauty, and fashion. So if you're interested in those types of videos, definitely consider subscribing and joining our family. And if you're already subscribed and you are returning for this video, welcome back. So happy to have you back. In today's video, I am going to be sharing an update on my Accutane journey. So if this is of interest to you, then just keep watching. So I have been on Accutane for about 2 months now. I just had my check-in appointment with my dermatologist to start my 3rd month of Accutane. And as far as the brands that I'm on, the first month I took a generic brand of Isotretinoin. I was supposed to take Absorica, I think that's the name of it, but things happened with the pharmacy and all kinds of stuff, and there was just like a lot of runaround and insurance woes and all the things. So I ended up just on the generic version of Isotretinoin, 20 milligrams a day. And then on my 2nd month, I was supposed to try Absorica again. Same runaround situation. The pharmacy didn't have it in stock. My insurance didn't cover it. All this mess. So instead they put me on Claravis or Claravis. I don't know, but this whole month I've been calling it Clavaris, which is very wrong. I've been switching up the V and the R, but yeah, they put me on Claravis instead of Absorica just because of the issues with pharmacy, insurance, all the mess. But ultimately, this was still the same price as the generic Isotretinoin. With insurance, it cost me $50 as just like a copay sort of situation, I guess. I don't really know. But yeah, so this is what I've been taking, and really, it doesn't matter if you switch brands throughout the course of your treatment because it's the same active ingredient. It's the same. It's all the same. It's just different brand names, different companies who are out here just trying to make a dollar. All right, so I'm going to talk you guys through the first month since I did not do a first month summary, and then I'll talk you through the 2nd month that I just finished up. For the first month, my dosage was first week, 20 milligrams a day, pause, 20 milligrams a day, pause, 20 milligrams a day. So basically 20 milligrams every other day. And my dermatologist wanted to start me off slowly with the Accutane this time around just because my body could not handle it. The first time I tried Accutane, I have a whole multiple videos about that. So if you haven't seen those, definitely check them out. But tried Accutane in 2019, didn't work for me. My body couldn't handle it. So when we tried again this course, she wanted to start me off very slowly. So the first week I did every other day. And then the 2nd week on, I did 20 milligrams every single day just to kind of build me up. And the first week that I was on it, I'm gonna just say the symptoms were exactly the same as the first time I tried it, which is why I quit the first time. Like I was having stomach discomfort, and like my stomach was always growling, like it was trying to process the Accutane. I had lower back pain, I had upper back pain, I had knee joint pain, I had dry eyes, and I had a headache. I was just like, to stop or not to stop, because this is literally my last resort. So I just kind of stuck with it. I also did a lot of research, or not really research, but reading on Reddit boards. If you are on Accutane, use Reddit as a resource. I just looked at it to kind of understand what other people's symptoms were, how long they persisted, all those sorts of things. And I found that it wasn't uncommon, particularly for me. I was just like, the stomach discomfort, that's the one I'm not playing with. But there were a couple of people on there that said they had a little bit of stomach pain, and after a while it just kind of went away. It was just the Accutane sort of like being processed in their stomach. So that's what I experienced the first week. But then after that, all my symptoms went away. Like I had the occasional lower back pain. I'm also not sure if that's just me getting old, or if it's like the actual Accutane, or it's a combination of both maybe. But I did have like occasional lower back pain, and other than that, just the dryness, which is a very common and I feel like more normal side effect of Accutane. So dry lips, dry face. I would literally wake up and my face would be ashy. Like, you know how your knees and your elbows would be ashy sometimes? Like, that's how my face would be. Like, just gray ash everywhere on my face. And I moisturize a lot at night. And also dry lips. Like, I literally have to apply lip gloss, lip balm, Vaseline, Aquaphor, something on my lips about every 5 minutes because my lips are constantly dry and cracking. The corners of my lips always peeling, and they just crack. It's kind of disgusting, but it's kind of par for the course. It's kind of expected. I also want to let you guys know that I was not able to take the full 30 days worth of medication during my first month. About 20 days in, I had my medication, like my box of Accutane, in my book bag because I had to go into the office for work. We went to happy hour afterwards. I'm not drinking right now because, of course, Accutane drinking, not the best combination for some people. I don't even want to take my chances. So we were at happy hour, and as I'm walking to my car after happy hour, I realized that my window was busted in. So someone broke into my car. They took my book bag that had my Accutane amongst a lot of other valuables. So I had about 10 days worth of doses or like pills in my book bag. And I wasn't able to take those 10 days. So basically I had about like a 12-day period of not taking any Accutane during the first month. And I had to just wait until my next dermatologist appointment to be able to do the eye pledge and the pregnancy test and all those sorts of things so that I could start my second month. And I definitely feel like that had a bit of impact on sort of like the first month of my Accutane for sure. Now let's talk about the second month, which I just finished up. For my second month on Accutane, my doctor decided to move me up to 40 milligrams because she felt like I tolerated the 20 pretty well, because outside of the dry skin, dry lips, and also dry ears, I was pretty good for the most part. So she moved me up to 40, and we sort of did something similar to the first month with the first week of moving up to 40. So I did 40 milligrams one day, and then 20 milligrams the next day, and then 40, and then 20, and then 40, and then 20 for the next week. So alternating days, just to get my body used to processing 40 milligrams of Accutane instead of the 20. After that first week, I moved up to 40 milligrams every single day. And honestly, I've been fine on the 40 milligrams a day. I'm really not having any issues. I think I had lower back pain one time throughout the month, maybe twice, but it's really been smooth sailing, which is very surprising to me and also to my dermatologist because my body did not handle it well the first time. I think we were both expecting more challenges, more side effects, to have to go a little bit slower. Something interesting that did happen though was during my first sort of like 10 days of moving up to 40 milligrams, so about the first week and a half of my second month on Accutane, my skin went back to normal. It was more oily, my lips weren't dry, I wasn't having to put on lip balm that much, and that was a bit concerning for me just because I'm like, if I don't have dry skin and dry lips, like, is the Accutane actually absorbing? I was very, very, very concerned because I'm only trying to do one course of this. I'm not trying to do this again. So I want to make sure it all absorbs into my body. So that was concerning, but really after that sort of like first 10 days of the second month, the dryness ensued yet again. So I think it had something to do with the fact that I wasn't able to take the last 10 days of my first month. So maybe the Accutane sort of just like worked its way out of my system. So when I moved to my second month, it had to kind of like restart over. I'm not really sure, but there were about 10 days between like the first month and the second month that my skin went back to normal. And I do think that was probably some sort of absorption issue. But like I said, after about 7 to 10 days, my skin was back to being dry. My lips were back to being dry. And for me, that's just kind of an indicator that at least the medication is being absorbed, if not fully, at least partially. I also want to talk about how I take my Accutane. I take it every day during the lunch hour or just like during lunchtime because that is normally my biggest meal of the day. I eat a lot of salmon, so normally I'll just like have either a full piece of salmon or half a piece of salmon with my meal. And of course I do that because salmon is high in fats, but like the healthy fats, the fatty acids, the omega fats. Some of the fats that absorb Accutane, they're in salmon, so that's like a good way to take it. If I don't do that, I will eat apples with peanut butter because peanut butter is also pretty fatty. So I'll have like some slices of apples and I'll put a bunch of peanut butter on it just because I don't like peanut butter, so I need to pair it with something else so that I can eat it. Of course, there are plenty of other things that you can eat yours with, but for me in my house, that's what we do. And I also do both of my pills together. So for my Claravis, yeah, I'm gonna just say that. This actually comes in 20 milligram dosages. So I'll take 2 of these at the same time with my lunch. Some people take one in the morning, one in the evening. I just wanna get it out the way. I take both of them together to make 40 milligrams and I'm done. It's just easier that way. And I don't forget to take like 2 separate pills. So that's how I take my Accutane. And lastly, I want to talk skin progress because let's be real, that's why we're all here. For me, the first month, when I tell you guys, my skin was flawless, like flawless. Okay? Like a couple of pimples here and there, but they disappeared so quickly. Like they went away so fast. Like my skin, although it was dry, it was just so smooth. I was just like, oh, this is great. I'm not going to have any purging. Like it's up from here. Moving into my second week, things definitely changed a little bit. And I don't know if it's purging or what, but my skin has pretty much been going crazy. I've been getting new pimples like almost every day. In full transparency, my diet has been trash. And that's probably a big part of it. I have been so busy this last month that I've been eating out a lot. It's probably a mixture of purging and diet. So I'm really trying to get my diet back to being clean and healthy and, what I need to be eating regardless of if I have acne or not, let's be honest. But yeah, so my skin has definitely been breaking out. And also you can probably see on this side of my face that when they break out, like they're leaving these really, really dark scabs that I'm not so used to, but I think it's because my skin is so dry that the scabs are just like a little bit more intense in my opinion. If you've been on Accutane and you deal with scarring when you break out, let me know if you guys have experienced the same thing or if this is just me. But like they just leave these really dark scabs and I don't know. I'm trying not to touch my face, but yeah, it's just been a thing. But I'm hoping that next month the progress that I show you guys will be a lot better. I'm gonna do a quick pause and show you guys what my skin looked like on the first day I took Accutane and today so that you guys can kind of see the difference. It's not much better, it's actually worse, but we're hopeful. Yeah, that is it for my 2-month Accutane update. If you guys have any questions about Accutane, definitely leave them in the comments. I will try and answer as many as I can and as many as I know how to. Of course, I'm not an expert, so there's only so much I can do, only so much I can tell you. I always say, these videos are not meant to be any sort of recommendation, diagnosis, like it's none of that. It's literally just me sharing my experience, and I am very much a proponent of leaning on professionals who have degrees, who have studied this stuff, who understand this stuff on a level much deeper than most of us do. So I'll answer any questions I can. Any questions I can't answer, talk to your dermatologist. Okay. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the performance of my channel. And if you're not subscribed and you got to the end of this video, like, what are you doing? What are you doing with your life? I just think you should subscribe. So hit that red button, subscribe, and become a part of our family. I think that's it. I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.